Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the Chisholm Trail Museum in Kingfisher.
This is a great place to learn about the history of one of the greatest cattle trails in the world. Exhibits focus on the Chisholm Trail, along with a pioneer village, log cabins, and information on western Oklahoma commerce and industry. We'll show you around throughout the show. But first, we've got a great place for you to experience life on a modern-day ranch.
The Flyin D Ranch has a bunkhouse and 400 acres for you to explore.
Like a gentle and consistent nudge to your soul, being outside, enjoying the beautiful outdoors, being in the country where it's peaceful and quiet can reset your perspective, your attitude, even your health. Here at the Flyin D Ranch near Davis, you can get a healthy dose of nature on top of some peace and quiet. You can feed some animals. You can relax. Margaret Davis and her husband have owned this working cattle ranch for 19 years, and they have 2 guest houses for you to choose from before you begin your exploratory play in the country.
The small cabin, it sleeps 5. It's the bunkhouse. And the Brandon Post was an old barn, a 2-story barn that we converted to a house, a guest house, and it sleeps comfortably 6 people.
Each place is roomy and cozy.
We have cable, TV, and all the cooking utensils and the blankets and sheets and towels. And
we looked, there were a couple of different options. We probably could have all fit in the smaller one, but I opted for the bigger one just because I knew being there together and relaxing is what we wanted to do. So we were going to be spending time at the actual accommodations. It was perfect. There was the upstairs part where it could be a little more quiet, and then there was the downstairs part where we could have the TV on or we could play games. We made big breakfasts, and it was perfect for family time.
Julie, her husband and 2 kids are from Wichita, Kansas, and had just stayed here 4 days.
So we just wanted something quiet and peaceful, and it has been absolutely that, all of that. The animals have been amazing. The hummingbirds will just flit around outside the cabin. It's so just picturesque and perfect and amazing and just relaxing, which is what we needed.
Feeding some of the animals is a favorite pastime.
we have the llamas and the goats, and they're usually around the Brandon Post wanting, to have love. And then up by the bunkhouse, we have the horses. We have mini horses. We have goats up there. And the fun animal we have is the guinea hens that go around and get the wood ticks and grasshoppers, but they're fun to watch. And we have chickens, of course.
But honestly, who wouldn't enjoy feeding the llamas and looking at that face as they enjoy their snacks? You can also feed the horses. Now, you can't ride these horses, but you can bring your own horse to ride on the ranch. You can even play with Bandit, the Davis's rambunctious blue heeler, and referee between other animals. While there are several hiking trails to enjoy, many people come here for the tranquil surroundings.
It's so quiet out here. You can hear the frogs and the katydids and the crickets, and it's beautiful at night with the sounds. And also, we have people coming from Dallas and Fort Worth. Their kids have never seen a star, and out here they can see all the stars. It's gorgeous, and it's amazing.
Put your phone down, come out and relax, and just be with nature and be peaceful and take it all in.
I just want to share, because to me, this is God's country. This is where God is, and I really do, want to share it with people.
You can check availability at the Flyin D Ranch in Davis on their website, absolutecountry.net.
Of course, Oklahoma has a rich history in farming and ranching.
But did you know we're home to the nation's only sewing machine museum? Julie Chen takes us there.
If you're a sewer, this is like Disneyland.
From machines to memorabilia to murals, Tulsa's Vintage Sewing Center and Museum is humming with history.
The thing about sewing is it's full of sentimental value. The stuff your grandmas and great-grandmas did. I was asked to basically make a home for Grandma's machine.
And boy, would Grandma be proud. The museum is home to a huge collection. There are over 800 sewing machines on display here, many of them donated.
Nebraska, Arizona, New York, England, Japan, just all over. People send them. A lot of times they'll drop it off anonymously and we're like, we don't even know who brought it, and sometimes really incredible machines.
Some date back to the 1800s, some are rare finds, and all have great stories behind them. W.K. Binger is the museum's curator and sewing machine storyteller.
That came from New Zealand. The lady sent us. It's 1874, I believe, or 84, and it actually meant the world to her. It's a wonderful little sewing machine.
When you visit, you can book WK for a tour that lasts an hour or one that lasts all day. There's also a self-guided option. Either way, you'll wander through multiple themed rooms on multiple floors ranging from Victorian to industrial to a special children's space. Kathy Geringer is hoping to pass along her passion for sewing to her grandchildren.
They're having a ball in there, yeah. And that's what I want for them. I want them to enjoy it and take it up for their life.
It's fun because you get to use the sewing machines and you don't just have to look.
That's right. This is a hands-on museum where kids and adults are encouraged to sew.
From what I've been told, there's nowhere else on earth that you'll be able to sew on these because, you know, people won't allow you to. And I insist on it, actually.
That includes trying out this industrial machine commissioned by the USS Batfish. It was used to make military naval bags and parachutes. Now visitors are invited to start up the machine and leave their signature with a stitch.
I can't break her, right?
You can't break her.
Okay.
Go for it.
You heard that, Oklahoma. Okay.
The museum is also a repair center. Plus, it offers classes and holds birthday parties. This is a kid-friendly place where children under 15 get in free.
Here, they run around and every bit of the museum is fun for them because they can touch everything.
The Vintage Sewing Center and Museum, bringing people together with a common thread.
Revisiting the past and bringing back the old culture of sewing where everybody knew how to sew. That's where I'm hoping it goes, where everybody learns to sew and everybody's just really into it again.
Anybody can find something here they like. Even if you're not a sewer, maybe you can learn. A good place to learn.
A lot of fun sewing machines that are awesome.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
The Vintage Sewing Machine Museum is located at 5529 South Peoria in Tulsa. They're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday through Saturday.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
People should drive out here if for the view alone, if for just sitting down on a bench and looking out on the lake in this peaceful setting.
The destination worth the drive where you can relax and connect with nature coming up.
Anything you need to make a little gift basket for someone, especially if you're looking for things for Oklahoma.
Plus the must-stop gift shop in Tulsa.
It's just some of the most authentic Italian food that I think I've ever had.
And the Route 66 Italian spot you just have to try. It's all ahead when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Why order a free Oklahoma outdoor guide? Uncover unique wonders. Cultivate your curiosity. And wake up your wild side. Order or download your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Chisholm Trail Museum in Kingfisher, where we're checking out their vintage farm and ranch equipment collection. Fall in Oklahoma is the perfect time to plan a getaway.
Now, one of the most scenic places this time of the year is along the shores of Grand Lake. Right now, Casey Kennedy is going to take us to the Har-Ber Village in Grove.
We have beautiful grounds. We have about 50 acres on the lake. We have trails, we have museum, we have mining company, and you're able to look out over the grounds and see Grand Lake and all the way across the way to Monkey Island. Har-Ber Village was started in 1968 by Harvey and Bernice Jones, and that's how we got our name, the first three letters of his and her name, Har and Ber. We are a pioneer era village, which means from about the 1830s or so up to about the 1920s. 1920s, 30s or so. And we focus on, since we're on Cherokee Nation, we do have Cherokee syllabary on some of our signage. We are located within Cherokee Nation. We have all the typical buildings and workplaces that you might see in a pioneer village, and we also have about half of the village is made up of antique collections.
It's a pretty nice space for just learning the past, and kind of has a part of wilderness with it too.
Yeah, it's nice being out in nature while you're learning about stuff that happened like a long time ago.
We also have a new mining company where you can pan for arrowheads, minerals, and gemstones. And we also have our nature trail, which is about 2 miles in length. We also try to highlight different artifacts that people will connect to. One of my favorite collections is the phone display, because people will stop there and you'll have multiple generations standing in front of this phone display. And we have a modern iPhone, but we also have one of the first phones, you know, and the kids will be over there, oh look, there's an iPhone in it. And then they start looking and they go, those are phones? You know, because they see things that dial, or they see things that crank, you know.
They didn't have the cell phones back then. That just shows how technology has changed throughout the time. The phones they had definitely aren't the same today. They don't have the internet like they have today. So it's pretty interesting learning about the past.
I'm surprised like all the stuff that Indians have used, like all those like beautiful clay pots.
I had one lady come from Arizona, and she was with her husband. He was doing some seminar, and she came and she made a special point of coming back to me and say, I have been to museums all across North America, and I am so impressed with what you have here. You have a vast collection, all kinds of different things, something for everyone, and I love the way you've got it laid out with little pathways. It's all paved through. We have numbers on the buildings and little arrows on the ground so that you can just sort of meander through, and the setting is just gorgeous. People should drive out here if for the view alone, if for just sitting down on a bench and looking out on the lake in this peaceful setting filled with log cabins, and being able to just sort of walk through at your own leisure and enjoy an afternoon or a morning. There's something here for just about everyone. There's just not a feeling like it, I don't think, anywhere.
Har-Ber Village and Museum is located at 444 West 20th in Grove. They're open 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Thursday through Monday, closed on Tuesday and Wednesday.
And after your trip to Har-Ber Village, you might be in the mood for a little shopping.
And there's plenty of opportunity to do just that in Tulsa. Right now, Jason Grubbs takes us to Libby Lou.
The Pearl District is a great little gem for Tulsa, and it's seen quite a lot of change in recent years, with renovations and several new businesses.
It has. I grew up here, and it's definitely made a lot of changes throughout the years.
Tiffany Riley's shop, Livylu, has been in the district for a few years now. It's here you'll find all sorts of goodies sporting Oklahoma pride.
Lots of Oklahoma pride. OU, OSU, TU, ORU.
From t-shirts to hats, there's something for all shapes, sizes, and ages.
This is a great place to put a custom gift set together. Right here I've got a couple of candles representing Tulsa. We've got the Tulsa Driller as well as Turkey Mountain. The Okie Candle Shop is here with its room spray, a couple of stickers, a couple of Oklahoma mugs. I'm in and out in just minutes.
Anything you need to make a little gift basket for someone, especially if you're looking for things for Oklahoma.
One of the top sellers are those local candles. You can smell their amazing scent the second you walk in the door.
The candles are actually made by a local company here in Tulsa. And so we created all the scents and then did the artwork on them, but we love them.
Whatever you're looking for, Livylu in Tulsa's Pearl District is a great place to shop local for yourself or any of your friends and family. I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Livylu is located at 1316 East 6th Street in Tulsa. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 to 2. You can also shop their website anytime.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We do apple and cherry danishes, and we sell out of those.
Delicious desserts and food that's Farmhouse Fresh will show you where.
Just love the food, love the service, And if you've met Tony, he's pretty engaging. Is that that's
And friendly faces serving up Italian classics on Route 66 when Discover Oklahoma continues.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide's got a fresh new look. It's your one-stop shop for awe-inspiring attractions, iconic Route 66, stunning escapes, and legendary local food. Get your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you today from the Chisholm Trail Museum in Kingfisher. We're outside checking out the Pioneer Village and log cabins.
And when you're finished looking around here, we have a very good idea of where you can grab some lunch.
Everything at Farmhouse Fresh in Enid is just that, fresh from a local farm. Let's check it out. Farm-to-table restaurants are all the rage, and in Enid, Farmhouse Fresh is serving up some of the most delicious handmade farm-fresh food in the state. Paulette and her family opened Farmhouse Fresh to complete their farming circle.
Farming is a perishable item. No matter what you're doing, whatever crop there is, it's a very perishable item. So you have to have an outlet for that. So with that, we decided that putting it into handmade meals was our better option to complete our circle. Farmhouse Fresh is kind of the completion of what we consider our farming circle.
Because they use the freshest ingredients, the menu changes daily depending on what goods they have.
You get to create something unique every day. What we have up there today will not be up there tomorrow, 90% of the time. Monday and Tuesday's cold sandwich, Wednesday's up in the air because it depends on what we have left over from Monday, Tuesday. Thursday, Friday is usually always either a hot sandwich or a hot meal.
Customers don't seem to mind the changing menu. They flock to Farmhouse Fresh for the fresh eats.
It's kind of exciting coming in and not having the same thing on the menu day after day after day in a variety, so that's a good choice. I come in here approximately 3 to 4 times a week. The food is always fresh, it's clean, it's not processed. She takes a lot of pride in her menu, and it's always good tasting, so I enjoy that.
We can have great food without feeling like we're overdoing it, and it's so good. It's just so good.
Because they're all about local, fresh, clean food, Farmhouse Fresh focuses on the overall health of the meals they offer customers.
We specialize in a lot of different diets, vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto, things like that. It just rolls into life in general. You know, if you're not sustainable with your own body, how do you expect to be sustainable in life?
At Farmhouse Fresh, you can also pick from their wide variety of baked goods and a great cup of coffee or tea.
It's very difficult to go healthy on the baked goods. We try to use as many local ingredients as we possibly can. We always have cupcakes, but every couple of days they're completely different. Mini pies are a big thing for us. We do apple and cherry danishes, and we sell out of those.
So for farm-to-table food at its freshest and finest, make the trip to Farmhouse Fresh in Enid.
I believe you can always find something really, really good.
Farmhouse Fresh is located at 717 South Hoover in Enid. They're open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and until 2 on Saturdays. They're closed on Sundays.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
You can't go anywhere else, get good food, the service, the entertainment, and leave full and have a good laugh.
The Route 66 spot where you will leave full and with newfound friends, coming up next right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Long before TV existed, there were museums, magical time machines, sanctuaries of stories, interactive wonderlands, places that reawaken your imagination and reconnect you with your roots. And long after you run out of shows to stream, they'll still be there. Let's be there for them. Oklahoma has over 500 museums to explore. Get ready. Okay, here we go.
We sure have had a great time checking out the Chisholm Trail Museum in Kingfisher today.
From here, we are heading west to a little Italian restaurant right off of Route 66. Deanne Stein takes us to Roma's in Elk City.
The table is set for a dining experience you'd only get from Southeast Europe.
That's why we came here, to make a little better life and different life.
Mentor Jakupi's family moved to the United States in 1999 from Kosovo, where he spent most of his childhood in his grandmother's kitchen.
She used to have the restaurants over there, and I used to go over there in the kitchen whenever I was 9 years old and just keeping with her, and she showed me everything.
In 2011, he and his brothers opened Roma's Italian restaurant in Elk City, where they prepare many of their family's recipes.
We have like pastas, chicken dishes, veal, seafood, steaks, and dessert.
You can't go wrong with anything on the menu, but the favorites are the chicken Alfredo and the chicken Florentine.
The chicken Florentine, you have fresh garlic, mushrooms, spinach, and have a Alfredo sauce and touch of marinara and spaghetti on the side.
Everything here at Roma's is made from scratch, like this marinara sauce, an old family recipe of tomatoes and spices that they simmer for 3 to 4 hours.
It's just some of the most authentic Italian food that I think I've ever had. It's just yummy.
Like the stromboli, a baked pizza pocket stuffed with meat and cheese, and their homemade pizza, an Italian-style thin crust with cheese and toppings of your choice. And for the lighter fare, an array of sandwiches and salads.
The food, you'll leave full. I mean, it's great. Pastas, salads. I swap back and forth just to make sure I stay slim, but it's hard to do here.
And then there's the desserts, including the cannolis, a tube-shaped Italian pastry filled with a sweet, creamy filling.
Probably my most favorite thing is the cannoli. Just love the food, love the service, and if you've met Tony, he's pretty engaging. Is that a? That's
What are you doing, Mama? How are you?
I'm good.
Good seeing you.
You too.
So,
Tony leaves the cooking to his brothers while he works the crowd out front.
you guys good? Want some more tea, buddy? Our customers, to me, they are like family, because that's how I treat them. Yeah. I just enjoy what I do. Like, I love to talk to people, I love to serve them, and that's our passion here. I like to keep them happy.
It's kind of like a comedy club. You can't go anywhere else, get good food, the service, the entertainment, and leave full and have a good laugh.
Just like home, with a family gathered around the dinner table. In Elk City, I'm Deanne Stein for Discover Oklahoma.
Roma's is located at 2700 East Highway 66 in Elk City. They're open 11 a.m. to 9:30 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 8:30 on Sunday. They're closed on Monday. A big thank you to the folks here at the Chisholm Trail Museum in Kingfisher for hosting us this week. You can plan your visit at their website, ctokmuseum.org. They're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They do accommodate groups, but please call ahead as there are still some restrictions due to the COVID pandemic.
Coming up next week on Discover Oklahoma, surf's up right in the heart of Oklahoma City. See why you won't need to head to the beach next summer to catch a wave. And some of the best barbecue in the state will show you who's serving it up. It's all coming up next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.